banter. Checking the football scores?
No. No.
Who's playing today?
I have no idea.
I asked, like, I watch it.
Yeah, haven't really engaged with the NFL.
I've watched it Christmas and Thanksgiving, and that's just because my family was watching it.
Yeah, it'd be like that.
Been into the basketball scenes, but not football.
How the Nuggets doing?
They're doing good. Not great, but good. Just got off a back-to-back. Won the first, lost the second. The worst team possibly in American history finally got their first win last night.
Is that what was it, Chicago or something like that?
Detroit.
Detroit, that's what it is. The only reason that I know about that is because they were doing that special with Buffalo. No,
Wingstop.
Wingstop, where it was like they get free wings if they win, but like they haven't won for like, what was it, like 10 games or something like that?
28 games.
28 games?
One of the longest losing streaks in American sports history.
Yeah.
And the worst losing percentage. They won before they won the game last night, it was like 6% of their games. They were 2-28, 2-29, something like that.
Damn.
The only team they beat was the same team twice. And so
That's gotta hurt for the other team.
Yeah, up until last night. Well, the other team was the one that beat the Nuggets last night.
Ooh.
That they beat twice, and because they were just without some of their people. And in that first game, it was early in the season, and then they went on a 28 or 29 game losing streak, 28 games, I think, and which ties the NBA with like the longest losing streak ever.
That's crazy. Sports are wild, and I'm going to show y'all my favorite clip. That's definitely not specifically sports related, but it's esports, and this is Evo Moment 37. We're going to pull that up on Chrome. Move that here. Now, Evo is a...
Is it in the eyes? In the teeth?
it's not in the eyes. Evo is like just...
Can they hear that?
Yeah.
Because it's coming out of the other speakers.
Yeah, no, they can hear it.
Okay, cool.
This is...
Hey, it says Justin on there. I think I'm in this.
Yeah, it was Justin versus Daigo, and it's Street Fighter. It was a moment in 2004.
And they're just playing. Chung-Li getting her ass whooped.
And this is the moment coming up.
Ken is getting his ass whooped, actually.
Again is getting his ass.
Well, when we jumped on,
But give it a
Chun-Li
second.
was getting whooped up. Uh-oh, uh-oh.
All right, so let me give you guys context for that. So this moment here, where she's kind of like rapid fire kicking a bunch, those are like he's blocking every single one of them, and I think it was like 18 blocks he had to do, and they're all frame perfect. So that's like 1/60th of a second. He's hitting the right button consecutively 18 times. That's what's so impressive about this. He's losing and then block.
So does he know?
Block.
All right, so real quick.
Yep.
That move, is it 18 kicks every time, or was it just during that?
It's 18 kicks every time, but the timing is always
Like it's her special move or whatever.
Dependent and so it's just this crazy moment during the tournament where he was losing. He was the opponent like came in and was like, "I'm gonna do this crazy thing just to like knock you out." He blocked all of it and then came back and won it.
And hit his. So here's the only thing I want to know though is so when you get good at a video game, or you get good at anything, you realize the nuance of the game, and then shit becomes easier. So it's not even that you're getting so much better as you're more understanding the shit behind it.
Well, and maybe not even easier, but it becomes automatic.
Yeah.
Right? Like when you've done something so many times, like this wasn't the first time he's blocked this kick like this. Like,
see,
right?
And
like,
that's what I'm
It's
trying
the first time
to
that
figure
this
out.
has been done competitively.
But
at a
that's what I'm trying
Yeah.
to figure out though. Is he blocking a random amount of kicks that the other homie is throwing, and then it ends on 18
is it a
before he
sequence?
changes it? Or is it as part of the move where it throws 18 kicks and he's seen this, he's been kicked with this 100 times,
Up, down, left, right, BA.
Yeah,
start, right? Like it's just like
on his 90-second one, he realized it was 18 kicks.
I know it's like
he started blocking the first few and realized if he just kept going, that all he had to do is blah, blah, blah. So you're not even watching anymore. You're just timing it because you know the move, and you're like boom, 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 and stopping on 18 and then running your, you know what I mean, your move right after. That's still impressive, but it's less impressive than if I'm watching the other fool kick him 18 times in succession and him not know when it's going to stop. Does that make sense?
Yes, but because this is so rapid fire, the other person can't randomly kick this fast. So it's the impressiveness is the fact that it's just like these frame perfect hit blocks that are like, and it's not something that's like commonly done. This is like very, 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 very rare. Like these are like the top like players.
Yeah.
That were doing it.
Give me 20 minutes, I'll do this.
It was just
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Don't let me get kicked with that more than 4 times in a row, because on the 5th time, well, I got it. Done.
We can
Let's see.
pull it up.
I want to see him do it again. So now I understand the context.
But it's like a rare, like really impressive thing to do. Anyways.
Oh, yeah. Look how many people there to watch some
That's what I was thinking. It's like, damn, that's quite the crowd for them to watch somebody else play video games.
That's in 2004. I
don't make no sense to me.
I think I'll misunderestimate the audience that's definitely there.
No, I don't misunderestimate. I mean, I get it. Like, especially I'm into some wild shit that I feel like not a lot of people are into.
Sure.
So it's cool. Like I get what it would be like to be at a spot and there's 50 motherfuckers there, but they're relatively the only 50 in a close area that's into something, you know? And so it's like you got about 100, 200 people in there, and that was like, that's tight.
That was 2004.
See, but I mean, I'm sure you could have done it in that's what the movie The Wizard was about, and that was in the 80s. Maybe early 90s. And it was right when Super Mario 3 came out, because that's how they unveiled it to the world, was through this movie with Fred Savage in it. Remember Fred Savage? He was an...
I remember him.
Yeah, so... anyways, the movie was... he got like a... I guess what you would call like on the spectrum now brother in the movie. You know? And he's a little special. And in that specialness, he's like a savant at Nintendo. So you can give him almost any game.
I remember a little bit about that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they end up going to California to play in a video game contest for $50,000. Mm-hmm. There's a gang of motherfuckers there. I just never understood personally watching another motherfucker play video games. You know how many times I had to watch Zone play a video game? And I'm like, fool, I want to try. And he's like, no, after this level. And I'm like, you'll never die, bud. I want to play. After I died, I was like, dang. You ever play Metroid? And there's like a level it was mostly Josh. I never really got to play. And when I did play, I sucked at it. Mm-hmm. I was awful at the game. But Josh would get to this point where it was like we made it far. And I felt like it was just a loop. Like we would get stuck, and there wasn't nothing to do, and he would just run around. And I'd watch this run in circles for fucking what feels like my whole childhood.
Try that. Try that.
Yeah, watching him as Echo the Dolphin, trying to find out how to get across this crystal. Like, we spent weeks trying to get across this. Never made any progress. I don't know if y'all remember Echo the Dolphin, but that was one of the hardest fucking games on Sega Genesis.
Echo the Dolphin.
Echo the Dolphin. Shout out Mrs. DiLisio. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Mom.
New Year. Here's a sold out stadium for the League of Legends World Championship.
Stadium.
Oh yeah,
stadiums. No, these are, and the prize pools when we're talking about like at this level, millions.
Wow.
Like
yeah. This is the updated version of what they were playing in The Wizard.
Yeah.
Prize money.
2.2.
2.2
Holy
million.
All right, put in real quick before you do anything else. Put in The Wizard movie.
Hold on, before you do that, what year did it come out? Oh no, it's on
89.
the screen.
I was gonna say 89 or 90. I hit the images or something, so we don't got to go watch it or nothing. But we can check these images. I'm sure if you scroll down, there will be a point where they show the contest itself. Maybe we have to type that in. Maybe the Wizards. Oh, maybe right there a little bit. Yeah, but they've got like a whole crowd of people out there. They show. I mean, I'm sure it's only a few hundred people in the actual movie, but they're trying to make it look like thousands.
Nah. There might have been like one insert shot of like the whole audience, and then they just filled up this front area.
No, yeah, that I'm sure that's true, but in the movie, again, it's representing a thing that's going on, right? And the crowd you see that's very esque of like Nickelodeon at the time. I'm sure they probably hit it in one of them studios. You know what I mean? In any case, yeah, it's like the Wizard, but now. And I get it. I get that motherfuckers do it, and I think it's tight.
Yeah.
Fucking sweet. Do you, baby boo. But I am not trying to watch nobody play a video game. That sounds awful.
I mean, maybe if they're good enough, right? Like that's what's bringing those people in. Because there's whole YouTube channels, just Twitch channels dedicated to watching other people play games.
Yeah, I know. I don't understand any of it.
With like, and they make money doing it.
It's some of the most popular thing that these kids do.
Yeah.
Part of it is you get the people that are really, really, really good at the games, and that's how they get like their big audiences. But in another part is you have people that like end up like making challenges out of it, and that becomes like the entertaining thing, trying to do this thing with like only this item or stuff like that. And then there's like a big part of it just being like the character that the person is like portraying and like being an entertainer that way.
Oh,
Yeah.
that the person
There's,
themselves, like the actual
variety.
streamer.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
And there's like switch ups on it. Last year there was a chess boxing tournament. So that's you do a round of chess and then you do a round of boxing and then you do a round of chess and then you do boxing and then you do that back and forth 3 times. And then you either win chess or you win boxing as
Yeah.
like the default. That's a really fun one to watch. But they also did a Smash one where it was like a 3 stock match of like on Super Smash Bros. Bro Melee and then boxing and then back to the game and then boxing and then back to the game and then boxing, and it wasn't as entertaining as you think because it was a bunch of nerds that are just playing video games for a while. But
They were better at the video games.
they were way better at the video games than the
Yeah.
boxing, at least
Yeah.
for the video game.
That
For like
tracks.
the chess one was actually like
I actually follow one of the people on Instagram that did the chess one.
This is wild.
Medium funny comedian, yeah. The longer hair dude, I think.
Ooh, shout out to the Galaxy Z Fold 5. Venmo me $50 for that ad.
Thanks.
This is one of the funnier one because it's people that are not very good at chess that are more athletes.
And that move is very bad. That is a very bad move. It took 2
But yeah, the dude with pink hair is a
Queen of Myth. Let's see if Myth
Instagram
figures
comedian.
it out.
Yeah.
Myth shaking his head like that's not the freest bishop to have ever been
Yeah,
birthed.
that,
But
that
then
bishop is very free.
You go to
Finds
the boxing afterwards, and that's cool.
We're gonna get to that.
a fighting spirit.
What the fuck?
Head of LA. All right. Official Andrew, give him the rules. And a second down from starting the boxing round. Here we go. Ding, ding. For everything they lacked in the chess, I'm hoping we see them make up for it in the boxing. Ooh! Clean jab landed for both. Yeah, and very competent both. Ow, landed for Churdley's.
Imagine being good at chess or boxing and watching this.
Imagine being booked for this fight and then telling them, I want 69 on my shorts.
This 80% expectation for Myth
Yeah, like a jersey.
how he looked in
You
the
know?
Are you ready for our
That specific number on your butt cheeks.
Oh yeah.
On the back of my short.
I'm only doing it. I'm only doing it if I'm decked out in 69.
I'm gonna put 69 on my
Does his
jersey.
belt buckle say 420 right there on his belt?
No, it says 69 again.
Yeah, 69 right there. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
He's like,
Anyways,
I want 69 all over my jersey. They're like, you don't wear a jersey. Well, I want a jersey.
Put it on my shorts and my boots.
yeah, that was a wild.
I want to look like Hulk Hogan.
For it, they I think one of the like last matches that they had were grandmasters at chess. Now, to be a grandmaster, you have to be like the top, like 1%.
Oh, I thought you had to be racist.
Chess? No, I know. Sounds like it though.
No.
I got you. I got you.
Come on. That was a good one, I thought. Sometimes the jokes don't always hit, but that doesn't mean that you don't go for them. You don't fail by trying. You fail by not trying. I'm talking about.
Oh, there it is.
That's the wrong button, but it worked.
Yeah.
What am I doing?
So, you want to drink some beer?
Yeah, absolutely. It's the last day of 2023.
Yeah. And this is a celebratory beer, I think. I always treated it as one.
Cool.
My favorite, absolute favorite Saison, top 5 beers of all time. I wouldn't mix it up like that.
Makes
But
your
stay
mom.
pretty still.
Did you say it's the world's
she's
most
literally
iconic
listening.
Saison?
How dare you?
Hey, Mama DiLisio. I was talking about his figurative idea of a mom, not his actual mom. You're the sweetest. Speaking of, I don't know if Steven showed you, I sent a really cool picture from 1951, which somebody took outside of DiLisio's. Mm-hmm. And anytime I say your guys' name, that particular image comes to mind. And I've never actually had one. It was always painted by my mom.
Yeah.
My mom
Yeah.
would talk about DiLisio's. And then so I was just painting. And then so when I saw this picture online, I thought that was super tight.
I think you've sent it to me before.
Not that one. That was the first time
I've definitely seen that picture before. We might have the picture. I didn't know that it was the grand opening picture, though. That's what the article you sent said, that it was the grand opening.
It was the grand opening of Raton Pass, or the theater.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The El Raton.
Yeah.
Now owned by the guy who owns Sexy Pizza here in town.
Oh, is that right?
And he owns
There
that.
in town. Here in town?
You know Sexy Pizza?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's one here. He put one in Trinidad too, and then he bought the El Raton maybe a year and a half ago, and he does like tours where you can do a spaghetti western tour where you start in Trinidad and you like ride the train down to Raton, then you get out and do like a spaghetti dinner, and then they go watch spaghetti westerns in the El Raton, and then they like take you back on the train back to Trinidad, and that's your like little spaghetti western adventure tour that they do over there.
You telling me cowboys ate spaghetti?
Yeah, sure.
Basically.
That image just like never connected in my mind.
They do, yeah, spaghetti dinner, and they like take you shopping around. You go to like Solano's and stuff and stop by there. That's how I found out about it. I was at Solano's, and like a bunch of people came in, and I was like, what the fuck is this? And I just asked them about it, and they're like, blah, blah, blah. And then I looked into it, and yeah, I can't remember his name. I'm Facebook friends with the guy, but he like has started Sexy Pizza, and there's like 5 locations, including one in Trinidad. Bought the El Raton, bought another, I think, building, and runs a restaurant, I think, in Raton where they do the spaghetti dinner and stuff, right? Smart fella. But yeah, seems like a nice dude, and really into like just trying to build these smaller communities up like Trinidad and Raton, and like bring commerce and activity to it. It's cool stuff. I like what he's doing.
We should do it and document it. What you think, Eric?
Well, I bet he would. Like, he's a local cat. Like, I'd be surprised you don't know him.
We would just do it.
Like, I think Maine might know the guy.
What's his name?
I can't remember. Eric can probably find it on Facebook. If you just look up Sexy Pizza, I'm sure it'll find its way to us.
All right, so this
Keep answering as I try to find this.
Saison DuPont, is this paint?
Paint? No, not quite. Not quite. It's an old school beer, though. They've been making this beer for, I don't know, probably 150 years. Probably more than that, actually. Do they have a date on this? Of when they...
No. It just says classic style brewed at one of Europe's last farmhouse breweries. Product of Belgium. Wild. Belgium's far away.
It is. They got great beer there. And like a Saison, really delicate beer. It's kind of not champagne-y.
They don't have no good cans.
Well, this is the first time I've ever had this beer in a can.
This shit just cracked on me. It didn't even... I had to grab it from a different place. Bro.
Yeah.
I got a faulty can. Who made these, Ball?
Probably, I don't know. But I've never even seen it in a can until like this year. Before, it's always like a bottle format, big one singular bottle. And then they started doing 4-packs of cans of it. And it's awesome beer. I love it. It's, like I said, top 5 beers of all time for me. I think it's so delicious. And I'm curious to know how you think it tastes.
This is top 5 for you, huh? Mm-hmm. See, my brother and my dad both are in the auto industry, the collision. You know what I mean?
Bodywork.
Industry. I'm talking about running teams that do these types of repairs. And the paint that they always used is DuPont. Right? That's like one of them. At least back in the day. I don't know if my brother does now. They maybe got something else. But Pops back in the day, they had like, I would go to their paint booth. My dad would give me little jars of like touch-up paint to use to paint on stuff. And that was always a DuPont. So that's the first thing that my mind thinks about when it like sees this word DuPont. And then it's wild because I could like close my eyes and that's what I would imagine that paint would taste like.
Yeah. Yeah. It's got some like fennels and different flavors going on from the farmhouse. You know, classic for these type of beers.
It tastes like a chemistry set.
DuPont is a chemical company. Maybe that's why they call it Saison DuPont.
Yeah, it's got to be. What does DuPont mean, Eric?
It's a family name that's been around in America for a long, long
Here's
time.
Sexy Pizza.
Oh, yeah, these sexy.
That's supposed to be.
You found it. That's the owner right there.
Yeah, right there.
That's weird.
I was trying to find it. That's the dude.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What's that for his name?
That's
Cave-in.
That's a racist in the background.
Calabari.
Yeah, I was trying to find the tour thing, but I can't find anything about it.
Maybe it was just a temporary thing that they did.
Politically driven by tourism and extraction. Yeah, it might have been like a little.
Nah, we'll figure it out. That was good.
Google DuPont meaning. And then we'll DuPont previously devised as DuPont or DuPont. Do that. Of the bridge.
Of the bridge. Would you look at that? Suspension.
Hold on, we gotta find the real one. Slang.
Yeah, look up DuPont. Oh, DuPont slang in Urban Dictionary.
The company started in Delaware by a French dude named DuPont. What a surprise. That's stupid.
Sells chemicals and shit.
My dad was laid off by DuPont Pharmaceutical when Bristol brought it up.
Yeah. So is DuPont Terps part of the same family?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
But I don't know. It could be
definitely-
the same people.
This definitely ain't on my top 5, but it's cool. It's all right.
What are your top 5 beers?
Top 5 beers right now off the top of my head in no particular order. Okay?
Okay, that's fair.
Whatever's available, I guess. I guess I'm not that picky when it comes to beer. I just I don't know.
But there's no beers that you like love to drink or get excited to drink when you're gonna have one.
No.
What? Really? I am always excited to drink.
I had a
this one.
chocolate stout recently that was pretty bomb.
Yeah, there's some
Yeah.
good ones out there. Are there any foods that you get excited to eat, like a certain type of food or something like from somewhere that's just like, this is the best one of these, and I get excited to consume it?
I try not to be a victim to the hole in the front of my face. So even when I do like stuff, I don't know if like I like it, or I don't know, or if I just like it in that moment. That's I'm real contextual. So no, there's not really anything where I'm like, ooh, I'm like really excited to eat this thing or drink this thing.
Yeah.
It's like in the moment. Okay, yeah, this is a cool thing to eat.
Yeah.
now.
Like you're cold and then
Yeah.
you eat some chicken soup.
Yeah, if it ain't
It's
cool
hot.
though, it ain't like sorry, whatever.
Yeah.
It's just a thing. I don't like to be one of them people who's like pleasure my face hole with things.
Not even occasionally.
I mean, but here's the thing: is it's like it sounds dumb when I say it that way, right? But that's the way I think about it. When I think too hard about it. So I guess if I don't think too hard about it, then I probably have a different answer. But when I'm thinking too hard about it, my answer is absolutely that I can't get over the idea that the food that we care so much about, it's this part that we care about. And once it's past here, we don't give a fuck anymore. But when it's past here is the important part.
Right. Sure.
Right? But we care so much about like the gate and the doorway, but nothing about the venue. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
I feel like it's a goofy way to think and feel. And even though my brain has tricked me into thinking that's important, I like to stand command over my own thoughts of like, ooh, that, you know, because if that was the case, then yeah, I'm sure I would get excited every time I eat ice cream. But instead, I try just not to eat ice cream because I know it's not good for me. And it's all this. Like, it's just this part. And that's, I don't know, it's wild to me. So that's why it's like, okay, a beer, cool.
Cool.
It's not my favorite, but I'm going to slam it. I'm not going to let it go to waste. You know what I'm saying? It's not different than any other beer once it passes here. It's essentially the same thing.
Yeah. That's why there's different beers. Because like you said, like from here to here,
Our gateway,
beers are way different.
Our
After
gateway
that, they don't really change.
Our
Like-
gateway acts like hella important in our mind. But when you think about it out loud, it really isn't that important at all.
Well, if you have knowledge of what is better for you, right? Because it was designed that way that the things that taste good are things that we need or our body tells us that
Yep.
we need, right? It's not just like,
In the wild.
yeah. But if you know better, then you should do better. But if you
Yeah.
didn't know better, you got to follow your best knowledge, which is eating things that your tongue says is good and not eating things that your tongue says is bad, right?
Yeah.
But we're pretty knowledgeable and we know that so much of what we make that our tongue says tastes good is actually a trick on our body. Mainly sugar, right? Like sugar is where it does go, it's not just here, right? It's also in your brain when you're eating a lot of sugar because it,
Fructose.
yeah, it sets things off in different ways, and our bodies don't really, they're not really meant to have this much of that around us. And it's
No,
in like
that's-
everything that we eat. If you go to the grocery store, corn sugar or corn syrup is in probably half the things there, like over half of them, which is a fuckload of like 100,000 items. Half of them have corn sugar in
A
them,
gang of it, too.
right? Like it's incredible how much sugar we consume. And this country's probably on top of it. And then you look at like all the health statistics that match it. Diabetes, obesity, all of those come from that same like neck and above thinking about what you consume and not being consciously like thinking about what you consume and knowing that all this
It's
stuff
not even
is
whole neck and above, though. It's neck up to the nose.
but your brain's involved too.
Because your nose cares about the smell. I guess, yeah, your eyes can care.
Well, and just your brain in general. Your brain is really what's telling you to do all these things.
Yeah, but it was programmed for a reason. So again, in the wild, you don't get a lot of fructose energy. So when you do get it, a lot of times it's important to like get as much of it right now because you ain't getting none for another year. And these are like, but it's, you know, when you concentrate it into a juice or a syrup or a candy or an ice cream, that's now at a level that's not natural anymore, but your mouth don't know the difference. Your mouth is programmed to really like this shit. Speaking of corn, actually, before we go there, it's December 31st,
It is.
2023. What time is it, Eric?
That's a great question.
Come on, you the one with the clock.
2:11.
2:11.
It's 2:11. My name is Justin. For the last time of 2023, to my left, your right, that's going to be Steven.
Hey, yo. Last time. We're back.
Straight ahead of us, recording always, Eric. Do you have a camera, Eric?
Oh yeah, my bad. That's about it.
Come on, bud. It's
just a little tiny
2023.
square.
It's the last 2023 episode. Show yourself to the people.
No, I'm here. It's just a little tiny thing.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess you guys can watch him as a little tiny thing. And it's a Lone Ranger versus Tonto in this motherfucker. Now, for the last like 3 episodes, we've had a rap snack thanks to my homie Joe. Now, he's the one. What did we try last time? The other rap snacks? They
Did we
the,
have one last
Was it
time?
the Rick Ross?
The Rick Ross chips? Is that
Oh,
what they
yeah,
were? Or
yeah.
were they chips?
Yeah, there were the Rick Ross chips. We had it at the other office, so it's been a minute.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
been a minute.
Yeah.
And we talked about all them motherfuckers. Well, no, and then I did the ramen on the.
We did have the ramen.
That was the
that was
Rap
the same
Snacks
episode.
ramen. It
That
was,
was
I don't remember whose ramen it was.
E40, right? It was
Might
E40
have been
ramen.
E40s, yeah. Oh yeah. It was E40s ramen, and now
Now we got Ain't
Joe
nothing but a
Blizzy,
G
Joe
thing,
Blizzy,
baby.
yeah, brought us the icon Snoop Dogg OG barbecue cheddar cheese puffs.
Ooh, cheddar cheese puffs. That's what I'm talking
We
about.
about corn, boy.
Ooh, puffed corn.
You know what's wild is it's like you look at this, it's a cheese puff, and you be like, how much sugar is in my cheese puff?
Can't be that much.
Probably none.
No sugar in cheese, no sugar in puff.
There's 9 grams of sugar in the and it's added sugar
Yeah, they pumped it in there.
in the cheese puff, and it's like 9 grams is a gang.
Yeah,
If we were to like pour out 9 grams of like granular sugar,
it's like a teaspoon.
it's like taking a shot of sugar to the face real quick.
It's crazy.
That is crazy. Anyways, let's try this shit out. Let's see if they're a bomb or no.
Yeah, let's see.
Speaking of corn and shit. Oh, look, they look bomb.
Ooh, let's see. Smell like preservatives.
Oh yeah, that's what they do be smelling like. Eric, it's your turn.
9 grams is 2 sugar cubes.
They are sweet.
Oh yeah. I was not expecting them to be that sweet. No wonder they fucking got 10 grams of sugar.
It tastes like barbecue sauce. Sweet. Not so
Did
much
we also
cheddar.
mention that they expired July 20th, 2023?
I don't want things expire, but I know what they put on the pocket, so you buy another one.
Yeah, and there's enough preservatives in here. It's not gonna hurt us.
Oh yeah.
Holy buckets, that's a long ass list. Ooh, got some MSG on these motherfuckers though.
I fuck with MSG.
Me too.
I ain't an MSG hater. I'm about the science, B. And that's just salt. We've been preserving things.
Talking about it being a slave to your
Salts
mouth.
for a long time.
MSG, another trick on our brains. But man, makes things taste so good.
Yep. Yep. So I'm gonna go ahead and give this. I'm gonna say this is probably my least favorite out of all of them. Mostly because it's so damn sweet. Y'all ever fuck with Rap Snacks? Are we the only ones that have Rap Snacks? I looked it up the other day. I bet if we named this episode Rap Snacks, we'd be the only motherfuckers on YouTube with one.
There's got to be more motherfuckers about
That's
rap
how-
snacking YouTubes.
That's how I felt. But every time I look it up, I feel like the only thing that comes up is oh look, people talking shit about it on Reddit. And
Hey, they
then-
got variety packs at places. You see that? We got to go to the Costco for rap snacks.
No, you could probably get it off of the store.
Oh yeah.
Look, they come up with new ones all the time. Though. Every time we look at this damn website, there's new stuff on there.
Ooh, wee lemonade. That sounds bomb.
See?
Sweet tea.
What other ramen do they have?
You got some beef prime rib. That's the one. Is that the E40 one?
Yeah, I think that was the one. That was the one I had. That creamy chicken gumbo, that Master P gumbo looked fire.
did.
Ramen.
Holiday
good.
bundle.
It's just ramen, y'all.
Oh shit.
What the fuck?
They used to sell them at 7-Elevens here. I wonder why they stopped.
Ooh, that's what we have right now.
Or barbecue nacho nachos.
Nacho nachos.
Like nachos.
Yeah. Ooh, we got some Too Hot and Her.
I wonder what their sales are like.
Yeah, or if this
That
is
one
like
was
a
disappointing. I was excited for that one. That
yeah,
sucked.
it was bad, y'all. Like it was so sweet. They were like almost soggy with sweetness. Like they didn't really have the puffy like airiness of a normal puff.
And that might be because we were supposed to eat them a couple months ago. But
Maybe. Wait, who's the
But
deal?
That's why
It's
I
just
brought
so-
up the expiration date. Just the texture and the flavors gonna be changed a little bit.
nah, it was there was like no cheddar to it.
Yeah,
It was like cheddar was the afterthought, and the frontal thought was like, I wouldn't even say barbecue. It was like ketchup sugary.
they gave little baby a whole line of them.
Who were we talking about? Ran this Master P or no?
Lemon pepper.
This seems like it was run by Master
Oh, look,
P.
Ocho said he got a question. What? You got to ask the question. You want to have a conversation?
James Lindsay.
You want to go back and forth?
Partnering by some reps.
Oh, James Lindsay, huh? Okay. I thought it was Master P that actually put it all together.
Mr. G.
Okay. Well, shit, that's good.
Let's email him.
You're going to have to one day.
AOL email.
See if he wants to do a sponsorship.
When it's dialect, a.k.a. J class making. And what did that say? I was reading that. My bad, Eric.
Dropping music.
Oh, dropping music? I don't know. Not today. Maybe tomorrow. Working on it, though.
Do you want to give a little sneak peek or not?
Working on shit. A sneak peek of what? Oh, no, we won't do that.
No sneak peeks.
No. Sneak peeks. We're going to do some cool videos, though. So that's going to be fun.
That was Master P.
Videos for songs you've already recorded? New songs? Oh,
Yeah.
that sounds like fun. Any live shows next year?
Oh, probably not. I'm not planning on it.
Are we going to do a live show next year? It's been almost a year since we did our last one.
Yeah, we should definitely do another live show. We'll set that up. Yeah, let's talk about that real quick. What do you got going for 2024?
I mean, a lot of busyness at work, and bigger than that, my son, just getting him into basketball and trying to get that figured out. He recently had a little injury, so that slowed him down right at the beginning of his first season. But yeah, focused in on that, and that's about it. Yeah, no big, huge plans. Going to travel a little bit like I do every year, but that's about it.
Where you going?
First trip I have planned is I'll be in Las Vegas in February for work.
Vegas.
But it's
Okay.
Las Vegas, so there'll probably be some fun stuff to do, and probably go see a show. I don't know. I haven't been to Vegas in probably 15 years. Not my number one destination to go to. I know you're a big fan, though, right? You like Vegas?
No, I'm not a big fan. It's cool, though.
Yeah.
I haven't been on
It seems like it's nicer than it used to be when I was there 15 years ago. I think it's a little different now. And
It's expensive.
yeah, but pretty much anytime I travel, it's always expensive. I went to Boston a couple months ago, and it's expensive.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like
No, I
wherever
just
you go.
But I mean, but Vegas, I feel like got a little
Extra tax.
I got a little bougie without actually getting bougie. Just got bougie priced, but
Like
maybe I'm tripping. I just remember back, because I guess it's been a while since I've been there, and we went for Zome's birthday in August, and it was super tight. I had fun, but I think the last time I was there was like 2015. So it'd been some years, and even then, like there was still remnants of like what I was expecting, because I'd gone a few times in those like 2 years, 2014, 2015. I went a few times.
That's
and-
what I remember.
Yeah, it was just different opportunities that came up, so it was cool. But even then, I was like, maybe I feel like the old cat now. But at the time, it was like I thought that like all the buffets, there was just gonna be one for $50 where you could go, and it was like cool. Like that was part of the experience in my mind. Maybe other motherfuckers are bougie, so they're like buffets. Or I was like, damn, I'm trying to go get some crab legs. What's up?
Yeah. Last
And,
time I was there, it was about the buffets.
That shit don't really exist like that no more. And the way where it does, it was like $100, $125 just to go. And I'm like, you're out of your fucking mind. B.
Holy buckets.
Like,
I didn't
yeah,
know.
I did try this. We went to this spot called Rockin' Potato though, and they fucking had some kind of lobster baked potato. Fire.
Huh.
I don't even remember what was all on it. It was fucking wild though. It was a lobster tail and fucking lobster.
Did you
Something all on. It was bomb.
do you gamble in Las Vegas?
I mean, I do like to gamble. I gamble everywhere.
Yeah. Wherever you can.
Not wherever I can. I try not to be a gambler, but I do be gambling. I do be gambling. Like, you noticed that Eric put on casino ambience. I had no idea. I was just.
This is why it sounds like all the time.
Yeah. I don't know. I like casinos.
Yeah.
They're fun.
I think they're fun. Yeah. I'm not a winner when I gamble. I'm usually losing. And so it goes pretty quick for me usually. I start with some money and then it's gone pretty fast. I'm not good at it.
Yeah, I get disappointed too. That's the worst part. It's just like it's fun while I'm doing it. As soon as I leave, I'm like, man, that was stupid.
Yeah. I have to start convincing myself that I had fun. Like, oh, well, the drinks are free and it was a nice time. And I guess I paid this much to sit around and I'd do that at a bar and blah, blah, blah. Convincing. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not a big gambler. I'm not going to be going to Vegas to gamble much. I would like to see a show, though. I've never gone to see like one of the big shows in Vegas. That seems like must be pretty good because they've never stopped. They're always there. And there's always a bunch of cool acts. And yeah, I think I'll check one of those out one of the nights. But otherwise I'll be in Austin again. And then, I don't know, I want to try and go somewhere else like that I haven't been. I've been to most of the states in the United States, and I'd like to go to one I haven't been. Like fucking Montana or something. Never been to Montana.
I want to go to Montana. That'd be cool.
Or I'd like to go to Canada. That'd be cool. I would like to go to like Toronto or Montreal.
Okay.
Internationally, or I don't know. I'd better get my passport renewed this year, though. I know that.
Yeah, mine expired like last year.
Mine did 2022. Yeah. I guess still last year for now.
Yep, I gotta get on that. I don't know. 2024. I would like to consolidate mine and my girlfriend's housing situation. That'd be tight. I would like to. I feel like I try this more and more, and I feel like I do better each time. But I'm gonna be cognizant this year about trying to listen more, because I'm a talker, you know. And obviously, anybody who's ever watched this knows that I cut a motherfucker off way more often than they deserve. And I do it everywhere. I do it all the time. It's not because I think I'm anything. It's just like my mind is going. And so if I'm cutting people off, it's. I mean, I know I'm going to work on it. I promise. I've been working on it. For what it's worth, I've been working on it for a long time. And I've made many strides, believe it or not. But I want to make more strides in that particular direction. Because what good is all that talking if no one's listening? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel that. I bought a trumpet the other day. Try and play some more music.
Oh, there you go. That would be tight. Have you ever played trumpet before?
I did. I did it as a kid in middle school, and I was pretty good at it and really loved playing. So I was like, yeah, I want to play more music. I think that's the overall goal is do more artistic stuff, play more music, be more creative on a regular basis.
Like, yeah, I wanna do something with clay. I remember back when I was young, like in middle school and shit like that. Like whenever it came to like back when we would do dioramas. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Get yourself a shoebox.
Clay was always something that I really fucked with for modeling.
That was your medium, huh?
Yeah. And I mean, not necessarily just the one, but it was just one that I was like, just recently, I was talking to Jen and we was just, I don't remember what she was showing. She was showing me some wild shit and I just brought up, I was like, clay was always like this cool thing. I want to try some clay. She was like, me too.
Nice.
I was like, let's go do some clay shit.
Yeah, go do a fucking pottery class. I was thinking about doing one of those, like like clay pottery where it spins on the wheel and shit.
What's
do a
the
little
movie?
ghost.
Ghost?
Yeah, do a little ghost scene reenactment. You and your lady.
That'd be tight.
Yeah, was it Kevin Bacon and Susan Sarandon or some shit like that? I don't know. I could be off.
It was come on, bud.
Who's the man?
He's a ghost now, R.I.P. Come on, bud. You know his name.
What was
the Ghost of Christmas Past?
Ghost.
Just
no, not
Ghost.
nothing. Just Ghost.
You'll know the meme as soon as you see it. Oh, man.
Right there, 1990. Patrick Swayze. R.I.P.
Patrick Swayze and Demi Moore. Do you know what we're talking about, Eric?
I know
The pottery
of the
scene?
I know the scene. I know it's been parodied a bunch. I've never actually seen the movie or anything. Time is weird, you know.
I remember watching the movie when it was on TV, and it was just like playing. So I didn't
Yeah.
really ever
Like a
watch it. I
USA
didn't know the
Network
story.
movie. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just one of them things back in the day where it was just on, and I wasn't paying attention. Just doing something else or in between shows.
Yeah.
And like, when does Doug come back on?
It's just an
Can
American
turn this off so I can watch Doug.
an American supernatural romance film. Classic category.
Oh man, it's like the Corpse Bride. It's the same thing essentially.
Yeah. Same story, just
Same genre.
same genre, supernatural romance films. I'm really into supernatural romance. Regular romance just stopped doing it for me a long time ago. The natural romance.
remember when what was it? Scary Movie 2?
I remember it, yeah. A little bit. I remember
When the ghost oh man, come on. Anybody who knows exactly what I'm talking about. I'm not gonna tell anybody else.
Y'all ever seen the Paranormal Activity parody movie?
no.
Which one is that one?
That's a great thing. I don't
Is
remember.
it the Marlon Wayans one?
Yes.
Yeah, I
Haunted
definitely.
House.
Yeah. I saw a piece of that one at the very least. I think I saw the whole thing. I don't remember.
House. Ray Racing.
Ray.
This is so this came out when I was in high school, and like this one part was just quoted so damn much. Oh, and I gotta turn off the ambient sound, my bad.
Yeah, thank you. Let's get out of this casino.
Yeah,
Anyways, the movie before this, he gets the ghost sleeps with him at night.
oh, the ghost sleeps with him at night. Yeah, that's definitely a rerun joke from one of their old movies.
Sounds like it. A scary movie one.
Yeah,
there.
Scary Movie 2. Remember the white girl? Basically, becomes a baby mom or to the ghost in the house. It's fucking hilarious.
Those Wayne brother movies. Man.
They're so funny.
Yeah.
Oh man, I think about that sometimes. Try and pay attention to like, the appropriateness of the movies I'm watching around the children.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Uh-huh.
And then also remembering that it had to have been 4th grade when we rented. Well, actually, I was at a friend's house, but they rented Don't Be a Menace, the unrated version.
Oh shit.
And that was the first time I ever. I try to remember that now. That like, I'm not saying that's an appropriate thing to do, but for what it's worth, I did not understand any of the. I was laughing at the mannerisms and like the body language jokes and all that kind of shit. I didn't understand half of the shit they were
A
talking
lot of them
about.
fly over your head.
Yeah, and I had like no interest in there was no need to I thought it was just funny. Like that's what I thought was funny about it.
That's
was
why you
all the
thought
extra.
anybody else was laughing.
Yeah,
You didn't
like it was-
realize there was another joke in there.
I was watching Don't Be a Menace in 4th grade in the same way I would watch Ace Ventura.
Yeah.
Like it was funny just because it seemed extra.
Uh-huh.
Right? Like they were parodies of or not maybe not even parodies, but like exaggerations of the characters. And so it was like a thing. And I try to keep that in mind now. Like
Well,
yeah,
and
not
I
that
like
shit's
look back
okay,
at movies that I watched when I was like my son's age now, and like The Waterboy comes out, and like movies like that. And I've even shown him a couple, and like they fall so flat for him. Like I don't know, it's just if it's because of like the movies and shows that he's watched are so animated, and making that transition from animation to live action, and that's not like aimed at kids. He like loses interest so quick with those movies, and like laughed a little bit. I think I showed him Talladega Nights. Kind of laughed at that one a little bit, and it's pretty like slapsticky and goofy and pretty easy jokes to get, but still not landing as hard as I remember them landing when it came out, like when we were in high school. I think it did, and they quote it all the time, all those Will Ferrell movies. And I did show him Napoleon Dynamite that he liked a lot, and that one he did really like, and that was obsessively quoted, and like mimed, I feel like, through our high school years, or at least my high schools.
Yeah, I remember taking some of the, like, miming some of those quotes, and I hadn't even seen the movie yet. I just seen everybody else was doing it.
Yeah.
So I was like, gosh, and doing like that because everybody else was doing it, and it was funny. And then I watched them do it. I was like, oh, this one, now it seems stupid because it's like you look like you're doing a parody of the thing that I thought other people were doing was funny. And now I know where it's coming from. So it was like now the original feels weird. And then, you know, just those realizations of like, oh, yeah, I wasn't just doing a thing that we all just made up together.
Yeah.
Everybody saw a movie I didn't.
you realize you were on the outside, not the inside of that joke. Man. And then, like, when some of those jokes land with, like, the gosh and eat your food, Tina, where, you know, those aren't, like, super funny, laughable bits. When I look back at them now, I'm like, to my son, he's just like, who's this dorky ass dude? Like, what is going on? Like, which I guess is kind of the point of that, or part of the where they're coming from in that movie, is like he's awkward, and they make it very clear like how awkward this dude is through the portrayal of how he lives his life and stuff. But he did like that one. But you know, that one's even, I think that's a Nickelodeon production, right? Like that movie is still pretty much meant for kids, but when you start getting out to that PG-13 comedy level, some are hit or miss on what they can and can't watch. But you know, most Marvel movies are PG-13, and he watches all of those fucking things.
Yeah, well, like one of them I was thinking about, I'm like, back in the day, I would always watch, like, especially that age, I knew Happy Gilmore and, like, Billy Madison.
Yep.
And so I pulled out Billy Madison, and watching it, there was all these moments where I'm like, ooh. And now those were the moments when I had to remember, like, I obviously didn't have this reaction when I watched this in 4th grade. Mm-hmm. This was in 6th grade. We're going to be all right. Like, and he's either going to understand pieces of it or he's not going to understand any of it. And if he does, it just goes right over. And then you're laughing at something else. Yeah. Like, and I'm trying to remember, like, oh yeah, because it was Billy Madison got some wild references in there. And then I remember knowing that they were like adult references.
Yeah.
But just in, you know, being like, okay,
you were
like,
so okay as a kid just
like,
to
what
like
comes next? Let's get to the
let
funnier
things
part.
be, right? Like you knew it wasn't for you, and you were perfectly fine with it not being for you. Like you always knew what beer would taste like eventually. Like you get to try it when you're this age, you know, that your parents tell you. And even with those jokes, it was like, I'll get that eventually, and you were okay just to let it be an adult joke. Mm-hmm. And now it's not so much. It's like, I don't get it. What's going on? Trying to figure this out. And kids are just like, no, just let's wait for the next bit and see what happens.
Yeah, and I mean, it's not awful or not, but it was just a ooh.
Yeah. A little cringy. A little like,
a couple of hitters. There's some good ones though. To be honest, I only like good movies. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I like a lot of movies, and sometimes I feel like I like movies that other people think are bad. But
that's true. That's just. But in my mind, that's because you don't like movies. Oh, you don't like good movies. My fault.
Yeah,
that's what happens in my head. Like, I'm not apologizing for showing you a movie you didn't like. I just be like, oh, okay, you don't really like movies. That's cool.
Yeah, you're not a movie person. I see.
You know what I'm saying?
It's all right. Not all of us have good taste.
Let me know how the 9th Avengers is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. In any case, 2024. What are some movies coming out? I feel like there's. Oh, did y'all see that Wonka one?
No.
I heard it was tight. Mm-hmm. The new one. It's like a little Wonka backstory or something.
What's the last? I just went and saw a movie. What did we see? Oh, Migration. That was fun.
What was Migration?
Animated bird movie.
Okay.
It's pretty good. Hey, there's a ad from it.
There's a second Gladiator coming out? I don't want to see that.
Really? Oh, that new Emotions movie where all the emotions are like personified. Yeah. Did you hear about this?
It's based off of the Broadway musical, though.
Okay.
Still Tina Fey involved, though.
Yeah, I think she was part of the team that made the musical.
Oh yeah.
But it's not marketed as a musical, so it's gonna trip people up when that comes out.
Oh.
That one looks like a cool movie.
Dune.
Timothy Chalamet.
That sounds badass. The first Dune was great. Well, the first like new cartoon. I haven't
Yeah.
seen the old one. This looks good too. New Kung Fu Panda. I'm gonna see that.
Arthur the King, Ghostbusters,
Those movies all sucked. So it's the
Godzilla
original
X
ones.
Kong. Those have been cool.
Pass.
Now they're cool because
Challengers.
they're the Godzilla movies have always been like as a big metaphor for the Japanese social reaction to being nuked on.
Huh.
So you see it as like it's cool. Once you see it like as that, like the movies start like not just being like a dumb like a action movie.
I can't say I've ever got into a King Kong or a Godzilla movie before.
Ooh, they're gonna do
Back to
an
Black?
Amy Winehouse. Fuck yeah! I've never seen a Mad Max movie
Me neither.
or Planet of the Apes. Not the newer one or the older.
Bad Boys 4.
Planet of the Apes are pretty cool, especially the new
Will
ones.
Smith and Martin Lawrence coming back in 2024 in Bad Boys 4.
That feels excessive. I'm tired of it. Like, do something tight.
Same thing with this movie too. More Despicable Me shit.
Look,
Or-
Twisters. There's a second Twister.
Deadpool 3,
That's fun. I like Deadpool movies.
Beetlejuice 2,
Come
Really?
on, do something.
Tim Burton directed Beetlejuice too.
Right.
Interesting.
Transformers.
He did Beetlejuice
Joker,
first.
Folio
Yeah, I know.
2.
That's why I like seeing a sequel
Oh, yeah,
come
no.
out from the original director. Sounds
Yeah, and
better
it's all
than-
the original actors too. Michael Keaton is still Beetlejuice. It's a whole thing.
Okay.
And I fuck with Michael Keaton, but come on, what are we doing?
Y'all ever seen the Terrifier movies?
Tire Fire?
Terrifier.
Terrified.
Oh, no,
nope.
no.
It's
This looks.
it's more gore than it is like actual like horror, and it's
How's the director to be determined?
I was that's crazy.
Let's go down next year though.
Who's directing? We'll worry about that
We're
later.
working on that. We'll work it on that. We got some time.
Oh, it's really spot on Gladiator 2.
We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Ooh, Karate Kid. Again.
Come on.
Gladiator
I'm tired of this.
2.
Why are they doing these?
More Lord of the Rings? There's another one? The War of the Rohirrim.
Mufasa the Lion King?
Oh, man.
Man, how many of these movies on this list are original?
None.
At least
No, there was a couple of them,
I
but
bet they're not even original.
right, they're just like remakes of
But it's a story we've heard before, just
Like
retold a
Nosferatu.
different way.
All right, so
right. That's an original
now that we're
story
getting
that they're
to
just
that,
telling.
there's
you.
there's this book on my desk right now that's the 36 dramatic situations. Now this book essentially goes through all of the kind of plot lines that kind of happen in stories, and every storyline that you've ever heard, from movies to books to jokes to everything, should be like told in as one of these 36 stories.
Right, like the hero's journey is one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the hero's journey is just like
That's like
bigger,
your-
broader.
Oh, these are even smaller than that.
This is like the hero to villain, like the villain to hero, like just things like that. So I mean everything is actually just gonna be a remake of everything.
Is this last one to be determined, or are these to be determined?
No, I
release
think
dates?
that's a consequence of streaming.
But also that too, yeah, like the remakes.
That's 100% a consequence of streaming.
I
Because you're
believe-
streaming, if you don't have eyes enough to pull on something immediately or to jump right into a set of characters that you've learned before, that kind of thing, doing new stuff does not work on streaming, because if you don't have any context for it, just people choose the familiar over the unfamiliar, especially when you can watch previews before you get it and it's all instantaneous. Back in the day, we used to have to go to a place called motherfucking Hollywood Video or Blockbuster or just your local little mom and pop movie rental spot, and you rented a movie, but you could only read the back. So you read whatever they wanted you to read about this, and then a lot of times you were choosing movies based off of just like the cover of it or what it was called, or just trying. So you'd end up renting 3 movies, and then you'd rent the brand new, the Terminator. You'd rent Terminator 2, just
The ones
came
you
out.
saw previews for it, because previews
And-
used to happen on commercials, right?
Yeah.
And like that's gone down a ton. We see it on YouTube ads now.
And then you would end up with like, what is this new movie that just came out? Like, oh, I want to get something funny, and here in the comedy section is Encino Man, and wouldn't have chose this, but I'm gonna go ahead and choose.
Well,
it
and you
it's the
pick because of
one.
an actor or some other like affiliated piece of that. And I think one of the most interesting ways that this comes into this year, right? 2023. I saw, I think on NPR today, they called it the year of the union, which I don't know, but that was one of the biggest pieces that was in this big union fight with the actors and writers guilds was residuals. Like when we used to watch stuff on TV and we watch all those reruns of all that, all those dudes, all those actors and actresses get paid for every time those, a little bit of money, but how many times has all that been played? How many times has Seinfeld been played? And they would get residuals every time an episode played on any of those. But now all the streaming platforms are completely like unregulated with how many people are watching, and they don't let anybody know how many views or how many like full length views they were given. And so they get to kind of pick what's popular. They get to pick these and they get to trust in an algorithm.
And they also don't have to pay the actors for the views.
Residuals. Well, I don't know what deal got worked out in the agreement.
That's what the big strike was about, though. That was one of the biggest pieces of the strike.
Was residuals from streaming platforms, which they should be getting, right?
And they were like, "Oh yeah, you made your 50 grand on this show," and even though it became Stranger Things and we've now topped 5 billion in profits, you made your 50 grand that we told you about from the beginning, and that's it. That's what you get,
right?
You know,
and if you went on normal TV, you get paid for all of those views. You'd get paid per view, like a small percentage or a small amount per view. And they could be, that's how actors like from the 80s still are pretty well off, because like Fred Savage's of the world, right? He completely lives on residuals from Boy Meets World.
Well, no, he's I'm pretty sure still to this day he's a big time.
Oh, I know he's still like
director or producer.
Oh,
like
really?
He's one of the directors. He's like the director of Girl Meets World. That was the Boy Meets World spinoff they just recently did on Disney Channel. I think there's like some other kids shows that he's like producing and directing still. Like that's one of the things he does.
Oh, interesting.
He was on Deadpool too.
Yeah, he has like some references in it, doesn't he?
Yeah, people. He was a child star, so all of the mom and dads that take their kids to watch stuff or their teens to watch stuff now,
they like the cameo.
They get a cool cameo from like their generation and stuff. But yeah, that boy is in all kinds of stuff. I was gonna say something, but I forgot where my train of thought went on it. In any case, yeah. So I feel like because of that too, back in the day, like when you would rent something, you were committed to it. So even if you didn't really like it, you bought it. You paid for it already. So now you felt like you had to
watch it.
You had to finish it, even if it wasn't your favorite. So then,
and you would commit to it.
Yeah.
Because I stop shit on Netflix all the time. Like, this is lame. 15 minutes in, done.
That's exactly why there will never be another Good Will Hunting unless they change the system. Because Good Will Hunting is a slow start. It's a slow burning drama. It was new to the time. There weren't a lot of movies that were structured that way or stories that were being told. They could do slower paced stuff, but it's like this like grimier way of almost more independent like way of filming.
Sure.
That they did. And Good Will Hunting, if you never watched it, incredible movie. But they got the views because Robin Williams was in it, and Matt Damon, who had been in a couple other movies, like he had just started getting bigger. He was in it, and then there was a new guy, Ben Affleck, and Casey Affleck, and there was like a whole little crew. So like you could kind of get like, okay, yeah, Robin Williams is in this. This should be okay. And then you might start watching it, and it's a little bit slow, but you paid for it, so you commit.
Yep.
And then you watch it all the way through, and it's like, what an incredible movie. But then when you're streaming, if that bad boy ain't hit within the first 5 minutes and you see yourself doing something else, you'll turn it off and just put on something else.
Yep.
And because of that, the only way to keep eyes on is to keep people in the same universes that they're already familiar with. Lion King.
Yeah.
Motherfucking Karate Kid. Again. Motherfucking... What? How many others? Dune. They introduce a new thing, which is actually a remake of a thing still.
Yep.
It's a proven thing that worked before, So they
which
run
was
it
a
again.
book originally, right? Went
So
from
run
book
it again,
to
and now
80s movie to 2010 or 2020 movie, and now we have number 2, which all started with a book as well. But the popularity.
that's how you end
of
up with
this one,
Despicable Me 17.
When you look at most of this stuff, they all start as other mediums that get redone. Like the most popular movies of our times, Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, The Hunger Games, all start as books. All have multiple series. All have like series of sequels, and
Passion of Christ,
prequels.
Passion of the Christ.
The OG one, right? Oh man, Mel Gibson films. Fucking A.
What do you mean? Mel Gibson has some of the classics. I mean, he's a fucking weird dude. And you got a little racist one time, and especially, was he anti-Jew? You got a little anti-Semitic one time.
Yeah.
That's what motherfuckers do.
That's what he looks like right now?
Oh, yeah.
Holy shit.
But,
here, give me 1 second to the audience. This is what he looks like.
Hacksaw Ridge.
Mad Max,
Dope
Lethal
movie.
Weapon, Braveheart.
Apocalypto. Fucking classic.
Was he in?
The Passion of the Christ.
Yeah, the
Oh, that's
Patriot.
what I was thinking.
Daddy's
Apocalypto was...
Home 2, The Expendables. He wasn't Chicken Run?
No, but he's not always in
He's
these
a
movies.
voice in Chicken Run. He's the main chicken.
No. He's done a lot of directing and producing too.
Yeah.
So like he's not in Apocalypto. He directed it. He's not in fucking go back up. He's not in Passion of the Christ. He directed it.
He's not in Braveheart. That's his real life.
He
Yeah,
is
that's a
Braveheart.
AI
It's a documentary.
That's an AI of him. Hacksaw Ridge is a good one. Fucking We Were Soldiers is a good one.
Daddy's Home 2. Can't miss that
You
one.
got all kinds, boy.
Galipioli.
He was part of Casper too. Come on, classic.
Wait, Casper?
That's what it says right there.
He's in that movie?
No, he must have done some kind of
Produced
producing
it or
or directing.
something? How is Mel Gibson associated with Casper? Is that Christina Ricci? It is.
Great question. He played a character.
No.
Was he one of the ghost voices or something? Doesn't have
I
the
don't know,
character
'cause it
underneath
doesn't have
him.
it.
I don't know.
Eastwood was in it.
I don't think Clint Eastwood was in it either. I think they were probably executive producers or something.
Clint Eastwood says he's on the list too?
That's what it said.
Casper. What did Mel play in Casper? Dr. Harvey turns while possessed the ghostly. One of the people into whom Dr. Harvey turns.
Oh, that's right. I
that
remember.
probably makes sense if you.
Okay,
watched
no,
it. I
no,
haven't
that
seen
was all right. So in Casper, and that's where Clint Eastwood comes in too. In Casper,
it's just
when the dad.
That's right.
Yeah, when the dad becomes a ghost or is like doing it, he's like, the ghosts are messing with him,
Rodney Dangerfield, Mel Gibson.
making him different people. And
the crypt keeper from Tales from the Crypt.
yeah, so that was how the ghosts were messing with him. Yeah, I remember now.
Oh, what a good movie.
I don't think I've ever seen this movie.
You've never seen that, Casper? It's so good.
Boy.
It's so
I
good.
made one of my tightest beats I ever made sampled that
No
movie.
way. I
Hell
think
yeah.
you told me about that because there's like a score to it, right?
I did it
And
for
then you pulled it for the score to the movie.
West T.
Big West.
You're not gonna
T.
find it there.
Ooh, SoundCloud?
Dial Kelt. Yeah, SoundCloud. I'm sure you can find it.
SoundCloud or
Sound-
can I go to the diamondboys.com website?
Probably not the Diamond Boys.
Or
Boys,
the-
I think is how you pronounce it.
You probably got to go to SoundCloud,
SoundCloud, and then we go here.
and then if you go search J Class.
How much do you know about the whole
KAY.
SoundCloud buyout thing that happened this year? I don't know too much about
I
it.
don't even know.
Had to ask Main
Hit
Rock
people
about
on
it.
the left.
Main Rock
Just to make it
insists on
easier. There
being
we
a
go.
SoundCloud rapper.
Go down. Oh, no, you click it too much. Go back. But just hit all. Go down. Down. Right there, Mr. Goodbar.
Mr. Goodbar samples this song?
That's the name. That's the name of Wes's
I
mixtape.
cannot read. Where is it?
Right there.
Black
Look
and
at-
Gold.
Black and Gold.
Black and
Superstar.
Gold. Oh, you were
Yep.
looking at the thumbnail. I was looking at
That's
the
the
name.
one. That piano is from
Casper.
Casper.
Was this you on the vocals too?
No, that's Wes.
Oh, really?
This is Wes's song.
I know it's Wes's song.
I just
thought this was
produced
you.
it.
These days, everybody think they got a nigga hating on them. Like a pimp with a gate on them. I ain't got the kind of time
I see you later on them.
What the niggas would love.
'Cause I've been waiting on 'em.
You just breathe on the mic, I'm Darth Vader on them. Heating up, finna turn into Satan on them. From now on, you can call me Mr. Mooey.
Fuego.
These other rappers here sound booty.
Hey ho.
I had love, but the feelings lost. Now I'm moving like a motherfucking boss, nigga Ricky Ross. I never sell my soul, that's a shitty cost. But when we're on there, never take the city off.
It ain't a game, boy.
Stay in your lane.
I'ma do my thing until your mama know my name, boy.
They all going back and forth out.
Who the best?
Which is smooth, what they felt to mention.
Super West.
Is that cocky in me? For feeling like I ain't average Joe. Is that sloppy in me? A nigga rap like I got a degree. Had a whole town buzzing when I'm rocking the beat. Mic check, check one,
Check two.
Try to check me.
I check you.
Niggas show respect.
What respects due?
Good ball, man, I blow out flame. You behind if you don't know my name. Now let them sing. It's chillin'. Hip hop city road to miss. Better check my. You gray F trying to.
Where's your verse?
I'm not on it. Again, this isn't my song.
Oh,
He
it
just
was
produced
All I
it.
did was produce it.
And it was this sample?
No, that's
No.
the original Casper. You got to go to the Casper movie
Yeah,
theme.
it's
There
probably
you go.
there
Where
somewhere.
does the human spirit live?
Let's see, it
Is
might
it
be
in
that
the
one.
You
eyes?
sampled adventhealth.com/Colorado?
That's the one.
I knew it.
You have to skip forward to
Man,
the
they used
soundtrack,
to,
so it's
like,
leading.
thinking back to movies, they used to invest in so much, like, structure of movies. I remember getting, like, so many, like, different toys about this movie. Happy Meals. And,
No,
like,
it ain't this one. Go back. Because it's the mom's song.
Movie
probably maybe the Lullaby.
song. No, that's the lullaby that I picked.
Oh.
Yeah, just click that top one. Because it's anytime she's on.
Well, yep.
Yeah. And the song plays anytime that her mom comes in. Like,
What a description for this scene. Holy shit. Why is it
Meanwhile,
so
the father does with her
long?
father. Neurotic and full hair is carrying.
This is ChatGPT gone wrong.
that's just somebody practicing their writing skills.
Yeah, that's. There's speaking of movies that came out this year, The Boy and the Heron, is a Hayao Miyazaki song, and if y'all don't know Hayao Miyazaki, one of the best animators right now, but one of the big parts about it is Joe Hisaishi is the one that writes all of the music for him, most of the movies, and the music that he writes is insane, and this is one of my favorite songs that's been in a movie like this.
Is it made for the movie?
Yes, specifically.
And so this song only exists in the movie.
In the movie.
Got some real Danny Osmond feeling to this.
I feel like we're still watching Casper.
I know the piano at the
about.
beginning felt a little the same.
Anyways, Joe Hisaishi is one of my favorite composers.
Well, hold on. Before you do that, boy, we're all about to play our favorite movie only songs. What's your favorite only from a movie song?
I feel like I know where Justin's gonna go with this.
Where do you think I'm gonna go with this? That's fun. Oh no, that's an easy one. That would be the example I would use if somebody were to ask me, "What do you mean?" I'd be like, "Scotty doesn't know."
This is a movie only song?
Yeah. You know this song?
Maybe?
Yeah. Look. Matter of fact, this is a Matt Damon cameo, where this is the only part
Holy shit.
This is the only part in the movie that he plays. He doesn't exist anywhere else.
What movie is this?
Fucking I know the one, bud. Fucking This one's for you, baby. The college one, bud. What is it?
Animal House.
I've never actually seen the movie. I know the song.
I know the movie.
Euro Trip.
Euro Trip. It was the road trip spinoff.
Yeah. I think I'm related to the person who produced this or like directed it or something. I've never met him because he's like an in-law relative. But I'm pretty sure, yeah, he was involved with the making of this movie.
That's wild. And you didn't know about Scotty doesn't know one?
Didn't know.
How do you know?
Movie only song. To be honest, there were some really good ones on the Spider-Man soundtrack. One of the like more recent kid Spider-Man ones. So good. It's one of the animated ones.
I think Trevor Rich had a song on the first one.
Into the Spider-Verse. Yeah.
Yeah, the Enter the Spider-Verse album is
Both
honestly
of them have been really good.
super, super good.
Metro Boomin did the second one. I think Ludwig Göransson did the first one or something like that.
And then Kendrick did the
Black Panther.
Yeah, he did the Black Panther one. There was a lot of good stuff on there. But the first one that I thought of when you said that was Party and Bullshit by Notorious B.I.G., which I think came out in She's All That or something.
But that ended up on his album.
Did it? But I thought it came out in the movie first.
Maybe, but that don't count. This movie only.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? Like Scotty Doesn't Know is part of that movie.
yeah.
It's the only
yeah.
place it exists.
I think this is just in the soundtrack to the movie. But did it end up on the album?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I've been a terror since the public school era.
I was a terror since the public school era. Bathroom passes, cutting classes, squeezing asses. Smoking blunts was a daily routine since 13.
So I would say like Buggin' by Bugs Bunny would be a movie only, even though it was on the soundtrack. It's like it doesn't exist without that movie.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, no, I don't want to say it now as official for sure, but I do remember back in the day reading that Nas actually wrote.
Oh,
if
this
not
Hit 'Em
all
High
that, but a
song
piece
is
of-
great. Is this only on
A Diggin' by the D-Town Boys.
I don't know how to spell that.
D as in David, and then Tent Boys. Yeah, boy.
It's from Holes?
Fuck yeah, this song gigs too.
Broken hands and withered souls, emancipated from all you know. You got to go. Dig those holes.
And from what I understand, I'm pretty sure that they all wrote their own parts.
I was gonna say this is Shia LaBeouf singing, right?
Yeah, rapping.
Who did
This is the chord. This is the credit scene song.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And Shia LaBeouf wrote his own verse.
I think so. I got no respect cause I'm the new man. Check out the tag, the name's Caveman. This song gigs, boy. They would have it as a commercial, like a little like 1.5 minute video version of it. That'd be like a commercial on Disney Channel back in the day. We watching Johnny Tsunami, and all of a sudden there'd be a commercial break, and you watch the D-Temp Boys.
The D-Temp Boys.
Digging.
Justin, should we pull out the second libations? Of the
Yeah,
show?
we should.
Huh? The other one's right behind it.
We made it. Come on.
I'll try the pineapple.
Let's get you on stage. Maybe this isn't such a good idea. Then again, Dad.
Is this from the Goofy movie?
Yep.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's what's his name, boy. It starts with a T.
Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
Not Jonathan fucking Taylor Thomas. R&B.
Bill Farmer is Goofy.
Nah,
Jason
Tevin Campbell.
Larson. Yeah, Tevin Campbell.
Yeah, Tevin Campbell.
What are you talking about?
That's who voiced
Powerline. Yeah.
voiced the Goofy movie.
Eric,
do you want an old fashioned or a pineapple jalapeno margarita?
I feel like it would be racist if I said anything else aside from the margarita. I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Y'all do your thing.
All right.
Yup. All right, let's do our thing. Oh, you unplugged me.
There's Eric's. Ooh, that smells.
Goddamn.
Do you smell it?
Yeah.
I can smell the jalapeno from here. Oh,
I'm halfway halfway through the room away, and I smell the jalapeno.
Maybe I don't want this one.
These like little mixed drinks.
Mixed drinks with pre-mixed drinks with like that one has like real deal brand whiskey in it, Knob Creek whiskey.
Hell yeah! What's the other one? It's not Knob Creek too?
No, this one is a brand called. Let's see, where did it say? Triple Sec Tres Generaciones. That's what says it's made with. I don't know what that is. Not a big tequila drinker too much. I don't know all the names.
Me either. Never heard of that one. Well,
we got these fancy ass glasses for ending 2023. Yeah, that's the year we're ending.
Hell yeah.
Oh man, I'm a little afraid of this one though.
Here's to 2024.
Cheers.
And to a solid 23.
Well, that's not too bad. Well, that's not bad at all.
Boy, that's rough.
Rough?
Yeah, I was not expecting it to be that strong.
Do you like old fashions?
Yeah.
And that one's a strong old fashioned.
Yeah. Yeah. Man, I want to take a shot of it.
Is that strong?
In my mind.
Damn.
Maybe it's not. Maybe I should have mixed it.
These are actually pretty good. Did you move the bottle around at all? Maybe you didn't get mixed up.
I gave
in
it
the
a
bottle
little swirl.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I know the tequila one said to mix it up, or the margarita. This is actually pretty damn good. I got to be honest. The scent of the jalapeno, I thought it was going to be like equally spicy with it. But no, it's just like kind of like the smell. Just kind of overrides some of the outer parts, but it just tastes like pineapple and tequila.
Let's imagine right now then, based on like paired with the drink that you're taking right here, I would like you to think of a 2023 to 24, either maybe a toast. It can be a tip or a bit of wisdom going into the new year, something that, but again, pair it with that in the same way that you would like, pair the flavors of stuff. Like, so something that goes along with this drink, this sip you just had, give us something for the next year.
Gosh. Well, this drink is a little underwhelming, to be honest.
Oh, yeah, 2023?
Yeah, a little underwhelming, kind of busy, but still not bad. Like I would take another one of these. I'd drink another one of these. I think there's ways to make it better. Yeah, I think it would probably be better served not in a plastic martini glass. But I do think that if any of this represents 2023, it is the plastic martini glass.
It said it's an okay drink with all kinds of flavors, but it's just in a temporary vessel.
No, it's just more in something that is trying to be a lot more than it actually is, which is a plastic martini glass.
Okay.
And with a craft cocktail from a bottle inside of it. Lots of masquerading, but when you look down deeply, there's some fucked up shit going on here. And yeah, that's 2023 in a nutshell in this drink, I guess. Yeah. What about you? What about that old fashioned makes you think 2024 is coming and this is how I'm launching it?
So this old fashioned, got a nice Knob Creek hit to it to maybe take your mind off the fact that the martini glass is made of plastic.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? With this drink, you really don't care. You know what I'm saying? You're like, it is what it is. Nice and potent for what I can only imagine is a stressful, and I don't mean stressful in like, oh, the stuff in your life is all going wrong stressful. I mean, honestly, and I know I do this all the time, but zoom out with me for a moment, anybody who's listening. Stressful in like a meta overall societal way.